What happens if I use my electric skateboard as my main way of commuting for 7 days? Commuting. It's something we all do because we gotta do it from home to school to work to the skate park perhaps. Every single person does it, and we're living in interesting times because technology is making changes to the way we do it. In this video, I'm trying to find out what happens if I use an electric skateboard as my main way of commuting for 7 days. That means I'll be ditching my bicycle and I'll be using an electric skateboard for the following 7 days. What are the pros and cons of using an electric skateboard as your main way of commuting? How many kilometers will I ride on this device? And will I become lazy? Will I get caught by the police? Also, I can't lock that thing, so how will I be able to stash it if I enter a building? A lot of answers to these questions will be found during this week. Hopefully. Alright, so what type of electric skateboard will I be using during these 7 days? Well, there was this company, Backfire, and they were nice enough to send me one of their latest electric skateboards, the Backfire G2T. They were also nice enough to be the sponsor of this video, which allows me to create higher quality content, allows me to take more time for videos, which in return gives me a better video. So if you like that type of content, please hit that bell icon, and also if you're interested in buying an electric skateboard, you can check out the link in my description. It's a link to their website. If you buy the board through that link, it supports this channel. What up people? A couple days ago Backfire sent me this box and today we'll be unboxing it. Alright, so it's time to open the box. First, the first big question, because this is the third time we're opening up a box, will it be a box in a box? What do you think, Mace?
Box in a box.
Box in a box, alright. We got a good knife. Doing things properly this time. And I think you were right, Mace.
It's a box in a box.
It's another box in a box. Oh, Jesus. Alright, this is it. It's their latest electric skateboard, the Backfire G2T. And this is it. All of the specs can be viewed on their website, but there are a couple ones that really stood out to me, and the first one is the remote. The wireless remote displays the battery and the speed of the board, although I do have to say that the battery is more of an indication. Other thing I really like about this board is that they provide you with extra wheels. So you got 83mm ones and 96mm ones. 96 is definitely the way to go in Amsterdam, because we got certain roads that are paved with cobblestones. The thing I love about it the most is probably the look of it, because it just looks super sick. The gold color, the wheels, the overall design, it just makes this thing look dope. For now, the most interesting part of this video is the 7-day challenge. So starting from May 23rd, I'll be using an electric skateboard for 7 days, and by doing this, I'll be able to tell if an electric skateboard has the potential of becoming a proper way of commuting in Amsterdam and potentially the rest of the world. Electric skateboards are a relatively new phenomenon, and because of the novelty of this technology, a lot of countries don't have legislation on this device. And a lot of countries are working on legislation, and so is my beautiful country, the Netherlands. So that adds a fun little aspect to this challenge. Will I get caught by the police? Alright, and just to update you guys on the latest news, there is a petition in my country that tries to get the personal light electric vehicle legalized. And their main argument is that they are 10 times greener than regular vehicles. And also a little fun fact is that the Prime Deputy Minister of Belgium uses a boosted board. Alright, so today is the first day of only using my electric skateboard. First things first, coffee time. Alrighty. Today's a beautiful day. I'm just going to the Volks Hotel, which is a place where you can work really well. And that's what I usually do. Probably have to start working on a little project for school. But usually I go over there for editing as well. So the first day was quite a usual day, but it was a bit better than any other usual day because instead of cycling to the place I work at, I flew there using my electric skateboard. After a little edit session, I flew back home while stopping at my favorite Turkish shop just to grab some food. The guy's called Tarek, always get my food out there, it's lovely. Tarek. No extra difficulties were experienced using the board, everything did go a lot faster though. Finish the schoolwork, gotta go skate. Taking the board, feels a bit weird taking my electric skateboard, but we gotta complete this challenge. It's only the first day, so we're going to the skate park with my regular board, using my electric board. Conclusion after day 1, 5.1 kilometers were commuted a lot faster than I would usually do. What's up people? Today is the second day of using the Backfire board as my commute. Charged it yesterday. Today's a beautiful day. The weather is really great. Damn, this is a beautiful day. I just worked today at home, did a lot of editing. Finished some school project, and right now I'm going to the park with Remy because I let him borrow my other electric skateboard, and we're cruising to this park because we have to do a photo shoot for a festival. I don't really know what it's all about. He just asked me and I told him, yeah, that's cool, and then we can cruise around the city and do a little tiny road trip, do a little trip through Amsterdam. Day 2 included a great opportunity for the Backfire board because this photo shoot was located at this park in the south of Amsterdam. I've let Remy borrow my other electric board, and that meant it was time for a tiny little road trip. Ground is not perfect out here, cobblestones. Not the best, but don't go too fast on this stuff, you'll be fine. Alright, so we just had the shot at the festival, and right now trying to get home on the thing, but the battery is pretty low, so I guess this is a good test to see what the range is of the board. 10% left. Alright, so the board is going 7 kilometers an hour. It's probably the end, so we're taking the public transport, the metro. Because this is the fastest it goes.
You're hardly moving.
Hardly moving. Alright, this is the end, it's not moving anymore. If I push hard enough, look at that, we're going 20. So far, the only disadvantage was that I had to push the board, which wasn't even a real disadvantage because pushing the board without battery goes pretty smooth. Despite this, I did have to take the metro back home, which means during these 7 days, I already had to use a different mode of transportation once. It is quite nice that you can just carry your board in the metro though. You don't have to pay any extra, which you are supposed to do if you take your other mode of transportation, the bicycle. Can't say anything specific about the battery range though, because we went pretty far on some crazy cobblestone roads. The day ended with 11.9 traveled kilometers. Today is day 3 of using my electric skateboard as my main mode of transportation, except today I really can't use it because yesterday at the shoot at the festival I asked them if it was possible to stash my board somewhere behind the bar, behind the stage, I don't know where, but they told me it wasn't possible, that people are really not looking for something like that. So unfortunately today I have to use my bicycle. So a lot of little trips have been done so far. The electric board is able to make most trips a lot more fun and fast. It's capable of a trip to the skate park, a trip to the grocery store, a trip with a buddy. But today it was going to be a simple trip to the gym. Alright, so today's Sunday and yesterday I was unable to stash the board at the festival as expected. So it was bicycle time. But this is the 4th day of using my electric skateboard as my main mode of transportation. Going to the gym, using my electric skateboard. I was definitely capable of doing that because before working out, they let me stash the board behind the counter. Another 5.8 kilometers were added to our list.
Alright, so today is the 5th day of this challenge using my electric skateboard. That's my main mode of transport.
On the 5th day, your boy really had to finish a written paper for school, so in the morning I took a beautiful ride through Amsterdam, through the city center of Amsterdam to arrive at an old library of the University of Amsterdam. Luckily, the board could be put next to me in the library, no extra hassle at all. And on my way back, I had successfully traveled another 11.8 kilometers. What's up, my G's? It is day 6 of using the electric skateboard as my main mode of transportation. And I cleaned my room today because there's something I want to show you guys. Because in my house, there is this guitar holder. That's from my housemate, Mazert, also the editor of some of my videos. But look at that. So that's there to hold the guitar. And we found out that if we remove that piece of art, then you can exchange it for, there we go, for this bad boy. And now we got something really dope on the wall. On this day, as a person born and raised in Amsterdam, I got a pretty legendary opportunity.
Today is a little bit of a special day because there's this tunnel called the I-tunnel. And that tunnel, look at that, it is closed for cars because people from the public transport are protesting. So that's why we're able to go with the electric skateboard through this tunnel.
It has happened a couple times before in the 90s. The last time was in 2005, but now, 14 years later, I got an opportunity to go through this tunnel with my electric skateboard. It was pretty insane because I went to the skate park in the north of Amsterdam and I've never gotten there so quickly. After I went back home, I took a little trip to see a movie, and those were some beautiful 14.2 kilometers.
What's up? Today is day 7, completion day, the last day of doing this challenge. It's a beautiful day, the sun is shining.
After completing my work for the day 7, the last day of this challenge, I wanted to end this challenge by making an adjustment to my room dedicated to this electric skateboard and especially this video. Went to the music shop to pick up something that I had ordered during this challenge. That's the one. Alright, so this is perfect. Guitar holder, they say, but multi-purpose. Nice! Works too. Perfect. So 1 week later, more than 55 kilometers later, I have completed this challenge of using this board as my main way to commute, only failing 2 times by taking the metro once and using my bicycle once, but ultimately I have my pros and cons about this device ready. Just to summarize the pros, what I loved about using this board last week is that it's a lot more fun and a lot more fast compared to a bicycle. Also, this particular electric board is quite lightweight compared to other electric boards. So another thing I really loved last week is that I was able to push the board comfortably when the battery was empty.
If I push hard enough.
The only real downside I experienced using this board last week is that you might not always be able to stash the board somewhere. Now, usually, if you ask nicely, you'll be able to put it somewhere, but as we can tell from last week's experience, there is a small chance that that might not be possible. Out of all the electric boards I've had so far, this is definitely my favorite one, so please check them out in the description. There's a ton of other features on the website that I didn't talk about. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out and skate on.